Yeah, I was laying in bed and I started feeling dizzy and nauseous and everything, and I thought, what is going on? So I got up and there was black soot all over.
Straight through. Not supposed to do that, but I just did that. Don't tell anybody. Traffic violation. I was supposed to turn right there, but yeah. And we're off. So, good morning, everybody. Cheers, Merry Christmas. I was just kind of spacing out there before I got my coffee. Anyway, I came up to Nanaimo for some stuff and spent a couple days in Chemainus, saw some subscribers, which was really cool. It was all very busy, and I didn't get any stuff done. I didn't work on videos or anything. And now I'm heading down to see another subscriber in Victoria. She's got a ProMaster. She's got a couple things wrong with it. She wants me to take a look at it, and I said, okay, I'll take a look at it. So that's where I'm going. And up in Nanaimo, I was actually taking a look at Ruth's van. I was going to change her headlights out for her. She's from Calgary. She's visiting the island, but the headlights she had ordered, new assemblies, came in the box. The box labeled correctly. All the right parts should be in there, but inside the box was the wrong parts. So we didn't end up doing that. Anyway, today I'm going to go see Debbie and have a look at her van. And this is beautiful right now. Hey, Debbie.
You can park behind me, the green car right there.
Oh, right behind there.
I didn't see that white one.
Okay. Can I park on the other side over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. You got the dog?
There's a lady that parks there all the time, so that's not a good place.
Okay.
Perfect, thanks.
There we go. Cool. So, yeah, there's Debbie's ProMaster right there. That's what we're going to check out. All right. Hi. Luna. Hi, Luna. Is that your ball? Hey, buddy. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come here. Come on. At least they can't fly by here. Yeah, they do.
All right. So Debbie's got a light that kind of flashes down here, which might be just related to the inverter. We'll take a look at it. And then the other thing is just a latch up there.
Yeah, I was laying in bed and I started feeling dizzy and nauseous and everything, and I thought, what is going on? So I got up and I figured it out pretty quickly that it was my heater, so I shut it off. The next morning, which was pretty cold that night, next morning I opened this up and there was black soot all over inside my in my closet, which has multiple things in it right now. So you can see some of the soot still. I didn't get it all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's unusual.
So it's under here. This is where the blow thing comes out of. I don't know how to take the drawers out. You get any weight in them, and they tend to.
I'll do that side.
They tend to open. They're not the best. Oh man.
Yeah, you might have to use some adhesive remover for.
Yeah,
for some
I just took the arbor right off.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, right there. No,
Right
that's
there.
not.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. You didn't break it, so
No,
you can still
it's not
get some adhesive behind there and fix that.
Okay.
So there's a little recess in the under part of the shelf. Feel that?
Yeah.
So that's what he's latching it into. What I could do is find a little piece of plastic or something to screw on in front of it, just so that it's got a little bit more to grab into.
Okay.
And then that'll take care of that.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably just had them off a little bit. Did you
No,
see
he
where it was
didn't-
coming from?
He didn't
there's-
specify anything.
There's these lights will blink when you're getting solar, and that's normal. All right, so what I'll do is I'll see if I got something to fix those latches, and then I'll take a look at what's going on with the installation on the heater.
Okay.
But the light thing here, I think that's just one of those things you're gonna have to keep an eye on. Yeah, Debbie had an issue with her heater after it was installed, and her story is that not to name any names, but the person who put that in was not honoring any of that and wasn't going to take a look at it even after all that happened. So what happened, I'll kind of go over it probably as we discover what's going on. Yeah, but anyway, not a very good sense of ethics to not follow up and at least take a look at something that could have killed her. It's kind of a serious thing, actually, when you think about it. Anyway, I'm just gonna get my overalls on and pull some of those drawers out, see if we can see what it is. It could be a faulty heater. There could be a crack in it, so it's not properly exhausting outside of the vehicle. Or it could have something to do with how it was installed. There might be an improper venting with the exhaust. Anyway, we'll see. I'm not as equipped at this point with a shop to be able to do a whole lot, but we'll take a look and see what's there, and hopefully it's something that's easily addressable. She does have a Chinese heater too, which I was telling her out of principle I do not work on those, just because I don't know what I'm working with. They're all different, and I just refuse to service them or work on them or any of that sort of stuff. So my recommendation would be just to replace it with something that is got a bit of a reputation per se. And if I was van building full time, then I would be probably only installing one type of heater, maybe two, if I was doing that kind of thing. And then I would be trained, equipped, and all that sort of stuff to deal with that sort of thing as it goes. But anyway. There's some tools. And all right. Is it okay if I put them on the bed here?
Up on the bed, yeah.
Yes?
That's like, yeah,
Good.
yeah, for sure.
Well, I definitely don't see any black soot in there. It doesn't have a very good breathing vent back there either. Pretty sure these need more space around them, especially around the intake there. That's not, I don't know if that's soot. That looks like a little fibers to me. There's this velvety texture on top of all of this, and as she's probably driving around, it's rubbing off and it's creating this mess, and it's not soot. My only complaint with this installation is that this is a little bit close in the back here. If we can unscrew that, that'll be all right. It's pretty tricky to get in there. Not being able to get that up very easily is definitely frustrating, I'd say. All that looks good. It's not sooty in there. And the plate down there, that looks good too. There's nothing down there. This should have a little hose clamp on there, I think, but it's not bad that it doesn't. Alright. This all looks fine down here.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, like the way he's got this going through there, that's all good. Yeah. All of this looks good. You ready for it?
Sure.
I mean, we can run your heater, but so far, there's no way that thing is pumping soot into your van.
Where is it coming from?
It's not soot.
What is it?
I'll show you. It's on the coat hangers.
No.
As they're rubbing around back and forth as you're driving.
Are you kidding me?
They've got a little velvet on them. And that velvety stuff is what's rubbing off.
No.
And it's just, all it is it's a fiber. It's got nothing to do with soot, so.
Well, I feel like a dork. That's hilarious.
Well, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, I'm coughing and wheezing and there's something weird, and you open this thing up and you see all this black stuff, I could see definitely going to that conclusion.
Yeah.
And being like, oh my God. And I mean, that would be, but I don't see, there's no way any of that's happening.
That's hilarious.
So it's just, something happened. It was probably a coincidence of some kind, and then you're just like, or like drew a conclusion or something. But
Drew a conclusion, exactly.
We can run the heater and see.
Okay, it's on the other side there.
I gotta get the cover back on it though,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
The way these heaters work is, what they do is there's a fan right here.
Yeah.
And that'll draw air over top of this part right here. And the aluminum part is where the combustion chamber is. So you've got fresh air coming in from outside, and it's mixing with the fuel that's also coming up through there too. Burns it all inside of there, and then it exhausts it out the bottom through the exhaust pipe. And there's this plate that's on the floor. It's sealed, it's mounted down. The spot where he's got both the intake and outtake going out, they're totally going through there, all good. So there's no leaks, and I don't see any sign. Like, I thought maybe if this housing is cracked somehow, it could be leaking there, but then we would see a lot of soot in here, possibly even some diesel, and you would smell it, but there's no signs of any of that.
Okay.
So I'd just leave this the way it is. And yeah, that fan just blows air over top of the fins here, and it pumps it out this side. And so all it's doing is just recirculating the cabin air over top of a piece of aluminum that gets pretty hot. That's all those things are. You realize you had a little drawer down here?
Oh yeah, I love those toe kick
Those are nice.
drawers. Yes. Great way to utilize space.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going really nice now. It's nice and warm too. It's probably good to bring off that old diesel that's sitting there too. I'd say you're good
Perfect.
to go.
Awesome.
The blinky light in the back, I don't know what it is. I would just say if you notice it, then get in there and see where it's coming from specifically, and then do a little video or something like that. It's probably just one of the lights on one of those things that's just...
Okay.
drilled 2 holes in them, screwed them into the wood, just to keep them anchored while I use this thing here with the cutoff wheel. Try and just zip them off right there. Alright, so there we go. I don't know if I should book something now or just like wait till I get there. It's hard to say. That was great. She told me the story about that heater and I thought, oh man, this sounds horrible, like such a bad story. Anyway, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's installed really well. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfect. It's good. It's still a Chinese heater, but it's all good. Whew. Just coat hangers, just doing their thing in the closet, making all that stuff. Anyway, her drawer latches are good. She's good to go. Yeah, a nice van too, and a nice van build as well. I would have moved the heater slightly away from the wall though. Where it was a little bit tricky to service it in the future, but yeah, engineering and van building, there's a lot to it, guys. And I hope to break it down a little bit more for you in the future in the right setting. Maybe that's going to be at Jay's shop or something like that. If we go down that road, we'll see. There's a lot to think about with that one too. Anyway, I'm going to load this into my van here. Hang on. Morning. It's a day after working on Debbie's van. Just down here making a coffee at the Breakwater in Victoria. It's a beautiful morning out there. And beautiful sunrise too. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say, follow up on that little stuff about her van. One of them was the latch, which is very similar to mine here. I think hers were a slightly different brand than mine, but essentially it just wasn't catching on the inside, so I fixed that on 2 of her drawers. And then the heater was kind of the main thing that was the big concern, because the story she told me was a scary one. She basically said she woke up one morning after using it feeling like she was barely alive, and she could smell fumes inside the van, and she was concerned, and she opened up her cupboard door and she saw all this black soot in the inside, or at least what she thought was soot, and she was just trying to put it all together and thinking that somehow the heater install isn't done correctly, it's exhausting into the space, or there's something wrong with the heater itself and it's exhausting into the space. And she needed somebody to have a look at it. So anyway, it's all installed fine. It looks good. There wasn't anything wrong with it as I saw, and it was just that little like micro fiber that was coming off of her coat hangers that looked like the black soot. So anyway, long story short, her window is right over her bed, and the exhaust for the heater is right down kind of like below it, sort of halfway between the driver's side window and her driver's side window. This is kind of like where the heater would be, although there's no window there on her van. Her window is kind of like back here somewhere. So what she was doing is she had her window open, she believes, and that's where the fume smell would have came from. Is it just the draft, the wind? She might have had her max air fan on or something like that. So it was bringing some of those fumes inside the van, making it kind of stinky for her. And she might have legitimately got sick from breathing in some of those fumes over the course of the night. I'm clearing my own throat. Or she just coincidentally was feeling pretty under the weather and drew some conclusions for that. But in any case, I was just saying, yeah, close up your window above your bed. It's good to get the fresh air, but of course if the draft's the way it is, you could end up breathing in some of those fumes. In my van, my heater exhaust is way back there at the very back where the tailpipe is on the van, and I wish I could open up these windows right here and right there, but I can't. All I've got is the option to crack open the front windows and then use my fan right here. That being said, I can open this window, but I rarely do it, especially I don't do it when the heater is running, because with that window open, I've definitely had the fumes come into the van, so I keep that one closed in the winter time. And there's a little bit of condensation on the inside of the van here. That's because I was cooking last night. I had a curry going and put a little extra steam inside the van, even though I was running that. And then I was closed up a fair bit. Like I had a couple windows cracked anyway, but it's still a little condensation this morning. Anyway, just wanted to follow up and say, concluding, that's what it is. So, it just turned out that she thought it was something worse than it was, and it was all good. So she's really happy that got sorted out. We ran the heater for a while anyway, just to burn off any extra soot that might have accumulated in there, but everything in there seems fine. So yeah, anywho, that's it. And yeah, this morning I'm making a coffee here, then I gotta jump on my computer. I've got some things I'm gonna try to sort out this morning. I don't really want to be here any longer than I need to. I kind of want to drive up island a little bit, just one more little trip before I go on my trip. Try and make a bunch of fun sort of videos for you guys, but yeah, I could stay here and try to do that too, but I spent a lot of time in Victoria, and it's a beautiful little town, but it feels taxing to me living in this small minivan, this little fishbowl of mine. It's nice when I'm somewhere else, like further north, and it's a little bit more quiet and relaxing, that kind of thing. 'Cause right now everybody gets to like see what I'm doing, and after a while it's just tiring for me. Some of it's positive, some of it's, maybe negative, like the stink eye kind of thing, although I don't get that too often, but it's just like, it's more like nosy kind of look, like what's going on in there kind of thing, and that gets to me after a while. Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a projection, but it feels sort of judgy and that kind of thing, and it's just like yeah, puts me in touch with a bunch of inner workings, and after a while I kind of need a break from that stuff. Anyway guys, that's it. We'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna wrap this one up and just carry on with my day here. Probably go see my cousin this morning, and see if he wants to share a breakfast together. Make some bacon and eggs at his place. See you later. Hey, thanks.
Americano?
Yeah.
That lady paid for your stuff.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's the person behind me got?
We got a 14 Lego small ice cap that comes up to $8.30.
Okay, I'll get that one. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wish a Merry Christmas for me.
All right.
Okay. All right. See you
Merry
later.
Christmas.
Thank you. Pay it forward kind of day.